Live every Thursday night on Spreaker, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific. Be sure to check out their Facebook page, REP Paranormal Busters.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of Paranormal Buzz Radio or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is strictly prohibited. For information on everything Paranormal Buzz Radio has to offer, visit our website, paranormalbuzzradio.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Listener discretion is advised.
Everyone, welcome to another night of REP Paranormal and Friends. Thank you everybody who's joining us. I'm glad you guys caught that we changed our time tonight, so thank you everybody. And we have an awesome guest that's been on before. We have Haunted Kentucky on, so welcome. We're doing well. So it's been, probably about a year or so since you've been on last? Pretty close. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh. Hang on a second. They're having issues hearing you again, so let me... let me just look here real quick. I'm just checking because sometimes it changes our. Come on. This is why I don't like technology. Stereo mix.
I got a set of earbuds I can put into my phone if I need to.
I think it should be working now.
Okay.
It's just a little bit of a delay here, so we'll see if they can hear us now in chat. I just changed the setting, and so I saw that it was moving, so I'm assuming they can hear you. There, yep, they can hear you. Okay. All right. We are back in business.
Here we go.
All right. So, do you want to give a little bit of background on yourself? How did you get started with the paranormal? How long you've been doing it for?
I started, I guess full time, I would say this year. Last year I started going to some local places around Somerset, Kentucky. My friend Randy, grew up with him since we was kids, went to school together. We went to the Summer Nights Cruise in Somerset. It's kind of like a car meet, car show. Mm-hmm. And we didn't know, he was telling me about this place, and I started doing YouTube and filming a little bit last year, about June, and I didn't really know where I was going to go with it, so I was wanting to do something different, and I've always been interested in the paranormal, so he took me out to this little graveyard, and after that, I was hooked. I mean, it was something that I was learning at the same time, trying to get it on film and take pictures and everything and put it out there, mm-hmm. And ever since that, we have been growing more than a little bit faster than what I thought I would. Mm-hmm. We've been to Indiana, been to Tennessee, been to almost every place that you can go in Kentucky. Oh, wow. Other than maybe a couple places that you actually can book, not like this, like public places. Mm-hmm. I've not made it to Bobby Mackey's yet. I'm still working on that for next year, and I'll be going to Waverly Hills on December the 2nd. So I'm happy about that one. Yeah.
Oh, you'll love it. Yeah, Kim got to go there this year, so.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. It's on my bucket list.
So what have you been up to? Do you guys, okay, so I know you do like a lot of cemeteries, and you've done an opera house too. Are there any other areas that you do? Do you do just public ones, or are you starting to, like you said, you're starting to venture out into the other ones that you can book, or?
Yeah, well, when I first started, I really didn't know where to go with it, so that's why I
Mhm.
did a lot of cemeteries and
Right.
graveyards. And then I've met a lot of people in the paranormal community. Last year, well, not last year, it was this year. I'm already jumping ahead of myself.
That's okay.
Um, we went down to Screamfest in Tennessee. We done
Uh-huh.
a venue down there, and we was the only team from Kentucky. And I met a lot of good people down there. I met Ronnie Headley from Tennessee Paranormal.
Mhm.
I met another group of Task Force Paranormal is Chris Coppinger and Haunted Expeditions.
Uh-huh.
So we've been teaming up and doing a lot of stuff together. I just got back from Tennessee last month. I done an old hotel. I done ghost tours down there. It was a Walking Horse Hotel in Wartrace, Tennessee,
Oh, wow, cool.
and that was really neat. Going to St. Albans in Virginia this Saturday,
Mhm.
and I'm happy about that. Um, it's on. I watch a lot of Destination Fear,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's
Mhm.
yeah, it's one of the places that they've done.
Mhm.
We've done Octagon Hall this year down in Bowling Green. I've not done the Stone, the Old Stone Jail yet. Uh,
Mhm.
we had that scheduled, and Randy, his wife, had her baby a little bit
Oh.
early,
Oh. Uh-huh.
so yeah, they got a new baby now.
Oh,
It's
wow.
about, I think she's 4 or 5 months. I
Oh,
think.
wow. Mhm.
Yeah,
Cool.
doing good.
Those
I'm
babies come at weird times.
Yeah, babies come at weird times.
Yeah. And then my little brother had a baby too, so everybody's having babies. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah,
Something in the water. It's like that at work for me right now.
I'm
There's
telling
3 girls that pregnant at work right now. I'm like, oh my gosh.
you.
Craziness. So what at the opera house?
You
You
talking about
guys use,
Roz?
yes, yeah, you did the portal box. How do you like
Yes.
using that?
Um, it that's Kelsey's. He bought that,
Mhm.
and he was working with us for a while, and he went off on his own, and he started unearthing paranormal.
Mhm.
He will be with me Saturday, going up into Virginia. But
Mhm.
to me, it's kind of difficult to use. Um, it's just tweaking it and trying to get the settings right on it. But when you do use it, it's wonderful because it takes all the static out of everything, and everything's so clear. Um, I've not really used that a lot other than with him.
Mhm.
Um, I'm more of a necrophonic,
Mhm.
the app.
Mhm.
I really like it a lot. A lot of people don't like it, but I've got the same answers from the SB7 as the necrophonic, and it's one of my favorite apps to use.
Mhm.
If anybody hasn't used it, definitely give it a try.
That's one of
I actually,
ours.
yeah, it's great.
Mhm.
Um, and I done another theater last month, I think. All my dates are just running together. I'm trying to remember. I need to have a calendar and write stuff down.
I have a
Uh,
calendar and I still can't remember things. So,
when I was growing up, my mother always wrote things down and took notes, and I
Mhm.
always made fun of her. I
Yeah.
guess
Yeah.
that was a mistake
Yeah.
because now I'm learning.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I try to take notes on my phone and stuff, but sometimes it just gets lost.
Right.
Um, I went down to the Paramount Arts Theater in Ashland, Kentucky,
Mhm.
and it was great. It was nice. The actual story behind that was what is his name? I'll remember it in a minute. Achy Breaky Heart.
Oh. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Oh my gosh. Now I'm,
Billy Ray
yes,
Cyrus.
Billy Ray Cyrus. All I could think of was the mullet.
Yeah, the mullet. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was known for that one. That's where he shot Achy Breaky Heart, was at the Paramount Arts Theater,
Oh wow.
and
Okay. Cool.
he had the story is that he actually had a full blown conversation with Paramount Joe. It's a
Mhm.
ghost that's supposed to haunt the place, and he signed a picture for Joe, and they had it on the wall. Well, they was running out of places for pictures, and they took that picture down. They come in the next day, and every picture there fell on the ground.
Oh my
So
gosh.
they put his picture back up. It's now up front. I got invited down there by Bill Brock. I met him. He's been on Discovery Channel. He had a show called Monsters Underground.
Uh-huh.
Got to work with him and Jeremy Bates as well. They was on the same show together. That was a great experience. He actually does a lot of stuff at the Conjuring House, so hopefully one day I'll get to go up that way. That's
that would be
definitely
cool.
something I want to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we've been trying to do as many places that we can because last year it got cold on us and we was out freezing temperatures trying to get footage. Now
Oh my gosh.
I'm not too much behind, so I've got plenty of footage. So I'm working on getting more footage so that way I don't have to travel as much as I have to and, get stuff ready for next year.
Right. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, we're winding down for the season too because we don't like to travel too much in the snow. So
Right.
we've got one more to do in a couple weeks and then we'll be done for a while. But what I have a question for you. What is one of your most memorable EVPs?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I've not yet got to pull it off my recorder. I usually pull it off and put it with my videos.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't my EVP, it was Kelsey's EVP. We was at Randolph Infirmary in Indiana. And clear as day, you really can't hear it unless you put the noise canceling headphones on. I put them on and it was like clear as day. I can't remember what it said, and that's my fault, but it was weird because it was like a girl's voice.
Uh-huh.
It's trying to say a name, I'm pretty sure is what it was. And then my personal experience, I actually have it. It's in the car. I would play it for you. I was down at the Paramount Theater, and I was doing ghost tours, and it was my second night doing it. Well, not second night, but second group, I'm sorry. And I was just asking, basic questions. Clear as day, it come across, told us to leave. And I was like, whoa. So I shut everything down, and I was like, well, it's about time for y'all's tour over. So we're going to have to close this. Anytime it tells me to leave, I kind of respect that. I'm trying to get out of there, tell it thank you for communicating with us. And, yeah. So that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Nope, go ahead.
My memory's coming back. It's just slow.
Oh, that's okay.
Actually, the video is on YouTube. It's
a
little witch's grave.
Oh, yeah. I think
I got my list of videos right here. It's February the 18th of this year. I got when it was published. It says "A Witch from Kentucky Speaks from the Grave," and it's an old. It's down in East Bernstadt, right next to London, and they actually used to hang the witches there at a tree. And I found that out of a book that my buddy wrote. His name's Zach Bales out of Somerset, Kentucky. He's really helped me a lot with location, him and his wife, Melissa. And they're working on a new project. It should be done this year. And it's actually supposed to be a pretty good thing that they've been working on. But he travels all the time. But what had happened was I went down there. It was really cold. It was snowing. Me and Randy wasn't there very long. And two things happened that night. One, I was asking it, and it told me to. I'm not going to cuss on your show, but
it's okay. You can. It's explicit.
Okay. Take your earbuds out. Here it comes. No, the witch told me to fuck off.
Oh,
clear as day. I was like, and I was using SB7. It uses the frequency of the radio. Well, that's not going to be on the radio. So I was like, oh my goodness, and it was wild. I've not been back there since. Well, I went about last month to try to show people because I started doing TikTok now, and my TikTok is.
I saw that.
My TikTok is growing. I've been on it for 3 months, and it's growing a lot faster than my YouTube. So what I do now is I upload my longer stuff to YouTube, and then I'll go live on TikTok, and I'll upload my shorter stuff that I've been to, trying to get views from that. But TikTok's doing very well. If anybody hasn't started doing TikTok yet, I highly recommend it because I think it's a shorter videos. I think people's watching them more.
Right, yeah. No, I have not done TikTok. I have not. I'm sure if I tried to do TikTok, My daughter would think I'm nuts because she's already told me, she's like, Mom, you're too old for that kind of stuff.
Wow.
But I'm like, it would be
Well,
for the paranormal stuff. She makes me do
definitely.
TikToks with her all the time, so I don't
That's
understand.
another revenue of income you can have down the road.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah. I bet you probably do make money. I bet you probably have to have like so many views and so many whatever and followers or something.
Well, whenever you start to go live, you have to have 1,000 followers.
Oh, uh-huh.
I just hit that milestone. I think it was last month, and I've not went live as much as I wanted to
Mhm.
because weather and stuff like that. But next year, I will definitely want to schedule places. It don't matter if I went to them or not. I just want to go back and just do it, show everybody where I've been and stuff like that. Start touring and stuff.
Awesome.
But how that works is before you hit 10,000 followers, you get gifts. People send you gifts, and you can cash out once you get to a certain balance.
Mhm.
And then after 10,000 followers, you had to have 100,000. I think it's 100,000 views within 30 days,
Mhm.
and then you can make more money from TikTok too. It's like they pay you directly, which is kind of cool.
Oh, wow, that's cool. Did not know that. You learn something new
I,
every day.
I told all my friends if I get famous, I don't know what to do, so just watch out.
I do know what I want to talk about since we didn't get to talk about it when we were supposed to have you on previously. But I want to know how your live investigation went. Was it from?
Um, we talking about September, World's Largest
Yes.
Ghost Hunt?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I had that's kind of a subject that I've been putting off, but
Oh.
the location I went to
Uh-huh.
was Bethlehem Academy,
Oh, yeah.
and I love the place. It's a great place. Um, and then the year before last, well, not year before last year is
Mhm.
the first time we done the World's Largest Ghost Hunt,
Mhm.
and they used a different venue this year. They used StreamYard, and it
Oh.
went live on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Um, and it was different this year because for some reason, I don't know why, uh, I went live the night before. I went to Elizabethtown, got me a hotel, and I stayed the night before and got everything set up.
Mhm.
I went live outside, and it was fine. And the night of the investigation, I had a couple guests that was there,
Mhm.
and they had a great time. I tried to put them in the show and
Oh.
let
Yeah.
them ask questions, and they loved it. I'm not really done, like that was my first actual tour kind of thing.
Oh, uh-huh.
But other than the investigation went great. It's a great place. I had a lot of new activity there.
Mhm.
Um, Downstairs in where the priest was, actually his little room that he stayed in, that hallway right there is always active. And we had some new activity over by the stairwell going back up the steps. But the streaming itself, I guess it was just either my phone or the way they was doing it. It kind of looked like I was back in 1994.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't actually know it till afterwards. So it was kind of let me down a little bit. So, but we're going to have to, because I actually met, I can never pronounce her name right, but it's Maria Smith. I can't pronounce her first one, but she actually runs all that stuff.
Mhm.
I got to meet her last month in Louisville at a paranormal and horror convention.
Mhm.
She's a wonderful lady. She does so much stuff to help me out. She's helped me out a couple times,
Uh-huh.
learning new things, and she does tours all over the world, like paranormal tours and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I told her we need to kind of work something different next year. That way, everybody's stream will be good and it'll be clear.
Mhm.
But other than that, it went good. I liked it.
That's awesome. But at least you had some activity.
Oh
That's the
yeah,
best part. So you're
I would hate to do something like that and then not have anything going on. I'd be like looking at people, I'd be like,
yeah.
so over
Watch
there.
make some crickets play in the background. Chirp, chirp, chirp.
Yeah,
Like we're just watching the paint dry. Something like
right.
that.
Pretty much.
Let's see here. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and start on some of these questions because He has quite a few. I think there's 12 questions here.
They're $2.49 per question, and I do take.
Okay, so I'll let Darren know that then. Yeah. And he can pay. Yeah. Oh, all right. Just getting caught up here. Alrighty, let's see here. So, first question he has is, what do you fear the most of the paranormal?
I think I was asked this question this last time I was on,
Probably.
and I'm gonna have to. Anything. It really didn't change. It was going somewhere and being possessed. I think that's the biggest fear of anybody that's doing this. You never know what you might run into, and I always pray before we start.
Mm-hmm.
I tell them that I'm just there to communicate. I don't mean them no harm. I'm just tell me your story. And then when I leave, I do the same thing. I say, you can't follow me home. You have to stay here. And I have a rosary with me as well. That was a gift. It's really old rosary, so I kind of take that with me, and hopefully nothing attaches itself to me. I've actually felt sick a couple times doing this. Two places. One was Octagon Hall. My chest got really tight, and I'm in good health that I know of. I don't have anything wrong with me. When I was little, I had leukemia, so I actually a cancer survivor.
Oh,
And
wow.
Kelsey kind of figured it out. I don't know if that's what it is, but that's the only thing that we could figure out is any place with a lot of death. I guess the spirit feels like I survived and it's mad at me. That's the only thing that we could actually figure out. And the witch story I was just telling you about, where she told us to F off. When I was going home that night, I felt nauseous and I felt sick, and I couldn't go to sleep. When I got home, I felt like there was something in my room, and it was scaring me a little bit. So I prayed before I went to bed, and the next morning I was fine. But I don't know if something was going on or it was just, a shock of what happened at the graveyard. I don't know what it was, but that's the two biggest things that I've run into recently.
Yeah, that would be not fun. That would be kind of scary.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Next question is, what is your favorite style of investigating?
Well, I'll tell you the easiest way to answer this. When I first started, I didn't have anything. I started with just a regular digital EMF. Randy had it. When I was filming at the same time, and I go back and look at it now, I should have learned how to do paranormal investigations before I started filming it. But the weird thing is, now I'm putting all this money in this stuff. I'm buying equipment. I'm booking these big places, and I'm putting so much work in my work and my videos, and I'm not getting as many views as I was getting. So that kind of a letdown, and I about quit a couple times. But everybody said, don't quit, keep doing what you love. So, for me, I'm trying to let people know about these places, but I like the old way of doing it. I don't like using a lot of equipment. I got a piece of equipment, from Vortex Ghost Gear. I plugged it on my page, and I got a hold of them because I have a link. Like, if anybody buys anything from Ghost Stop, I have a link that you can use. And if you buy a bunch of stuff, I think we get a percentage of it, which helps us out.
I've done that too on Twitter.
Yeah. It's kind of cool with the Ghost Stop, but Vortex is not a bigger company like they are. But I told them that's fine. I didn't want any money from them or anything. I was just so I just use their links now, and I'm going to send them some T-shirts when I get some more made, and
awesome.
try to use, but it's called a static dome. It's a connector. Oh, slow down a second. Static is what it's called, from Vortex Ghost Gear, and it does natural EMF. I have the white one that glows in the dark, and it does LEDs light up. So if something walks all the way around it, it's got different colored LED lights. Now, actually, it's the newest video I actually put out on YouTube. I took that Bad to the Bone Paranormal. I took them out to a couple local spots around Madison County, and found an old place down in Irvin It's called the Devil's House, which that place was weird.
Mm-hmm.
But we had a lot of activity at the graveyard I took them to. It was a old Confederate graveyard,
Oh, uh-huh.
and there was 13 graves there. And I set up where I usually set up, and they had an app they was using. I don't know what the name of it was. Kind of like a spirit box, but it was a different brand.
Mm-hmm.
They was having a lot of good feedback. I appreciate them for doing a collaboration with me. I'm trying to, get a lot of local teams and take them out places, and they're actually right here where I live at. So
Oh, that's cool.
looking forward to working for them in the future.
Yeah,
But it was that's my favorite thing to use.
I was
A
gonna
piece
say
of equipment.
I did see that on your last one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did see that. That was pretty cool. I hadn't seen that before.
A lot of people haven't seen it. It's only $80. I think it's
wow.
like $70. It's fairly cheap compared to the
A lot of
pod.
other things. Oh, yeah.
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 'Cause you can hold something digital right next to it,
Mm-hmm.
and normally it'll set a REM pod off, like a piece of electrical equipment,
Mm-hmm.
and it will not set the static dome off, which makes it better to use. You get better results with it.
Mm-hmm.
I bought several stuff from them. I like their stuff.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
We've gotten the cat and dog through them,
Yeah.
and we've gotten their version of the REM pod with the antenna that folds down.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, I've seen that, and the next thing that I want to buy, I think they have one. Oh, I was getting ready to burp. Excuse me.
That's okay.
Was actually it's kind of like a music box. You walk by it, it plays music.
Oh, yes. Uh-huh. Yep.
I definitely want to get one of those. Them's pretty cool.
Yes.
I don't really want to buy like a really, for instance, Kelsey, he's been doing this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
He has almost every piece of equipment you possibly can have,
Holy
and he
smokes.
has it all.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to spend a lot of money to
Right.
buy. I just want to have the basic stuff that I need. Maybe later on get some stuff, piece by piece. But I got the GS1 laser grid recently. I like it pretty good from Ghost Stock.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ronnie from Tennessee Paranormal, he actually has the GS2, and it's kind of neat because it's got a little LED laser grid on the piece of equipment, so it'll let you know what side it's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That'd be probably one of the next things that I buy, but that's really neat.
I was going to say something now. I don't even remember.
I don't remember.
I don't either. I lost my train of thought.
Well, now we both know.
Let's see here. Next question is, do you feel going live on social media helps or hurts an investigation?
Okay, I don't know if I'm trying to go live as most as I can to let people see what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it would hurt your Well, I think it would hurt me because if people know where I was, for instance, last year we was out at Souls Chapel for the world's largest ghost hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't post where I was going to be at. I didn't, tell, but people figured it out, and a bunch of young kids showed up.
Oh, geez.
And it was bad. I had like 10, 15 people there watching us, and then these people yelling, screaming, and being disrespectful. I think that's the only downfall to going live at a place if people knows where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a private place, you don't have to worry about it. I think it's good to go live to let people know what you're doing, to grow your name and stuff. Just don't let them know where you're at if it's not private, so you ain't got to worry about being interrupted.
Yeah.
Right.
I find going live helps a little bit because the people watching you might catch something that you're not catching at the time, and it helps you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people, especially when I went live at I keep referencing the Witch's Graveyard, but it's the only thing that I've never caught myself.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the video on YouTube, there's a picture, and it looks like a lady with long black hair hiding behind a gravestone.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Mm-hmm.
I forgot to bring that up earlier because I said two things happened that night. One, it told us to leave. Well, the other one, Kelsey and Randy kept hearing something. He's like, they thought somebody was there, but there was nobody there. And majority of the time, I film all the time, so I'm filming. So I really don't see or hear stuff that they hear because they're not focusing on filming.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody pulled that off our live. I went live on Facebook, and it was a good catch because somebody turned it into a negative, and it was still there. So it was kind of weird. When obviously nobody was there, but like somebody was watching us. It could be the same person that told us to leave.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
That is cool. Yeah, I did see that picture. Well, let's see here.
I'm working on a website. I've not got that done yet, but I want to have something different than social media. That way people can find all my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I can put everything up, like videos, pictures, stuff like that, where people can look at. I've not got that done yet. That's probably my next thing that I'll start working on when it gets cold.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I've tried that a couple times. It's just hard to do on a cell phone. I don't have a computer, so I get frustrated trying to work in this tiny little box looking at stuff. So I'm just like, eventually when I get a computer, I'll put something together. But
I did that for about a year, and recently I bought a Dell all-in-one. It's a touchscreen. It's all on one computer. And I think I spent about $800 on it. But it's so much easier to work on my stuff now because I upload my stuff to my computer and then I look at my evidence. For about a year, I had doing everything on my phone, making videos and trying to edit and learn everything. It was so hard,
It is. It is hard.
Somebody better feed that dog.
Yeah, he's in with my husband in the bedroom and he wants out.
Yeah, he's just getting antsy. We have to put him in there, otherwise he'll be on my lap, and he's a big dog. So, let's see here. His next question is, what's your favorite experiment you have tried, and is there one you want to try?
Yeah, I watched it. I seen it on somebody's YouTube page, and I was like, man, that's a good idea. And I kind of altered it a little bit. People was taking their glow sticks and putting them inside a balloon and putting them down on the floor. Well, if you go to a dollar store, you can find the balloons that are actually already ready to go. You buy them; they're real cheap, and you pull a thing out of the bottom, and it lights the whole balloon up.
Oh, cool!
So I get those. Get a couple of them for like $2, and I actually have one left. I need to buy some more for this weekend, and I don't use them all the time because if you're outside, obviously the wind will be blowing.
Right.
Anytime I'm indoors, I always set them up. I had a lot of good evidence at the Freemason Lodge in Elizabethtown. It's actually the opening of my video. I put a balloon in front of it. All the air was turned off. There wasn't no air. And then I put the camera in front of it. And then me and Kelsey went to another area of the place and started doing some.
What the fuck?
We lose him?
We didn't. I just go, what the fuck?
We lost him?
All of a sudden he was talking and it just disappeared. All right, let's see if we can get him back here. I'm not sure what just happened.
It just disappeared.
The whole Skype thing just, it's like I had enough of that bullshit. Let's just.
Skype shut down.
It did. What the heck? That is so bizarre. I am not sure what just happened there.
Hello.
I have no idea what happened. I was talking, and then all of a sudden, you were gone. The whole Skype thing just disappeared.
Well. I don't know that my internet's hooked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just really bizarre. It was just all of a sudden you were gone.
It's our radio show. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Maybe we got a visitor and we don't know it. I don't know.
That could possibly be. We have had listeners here talking underneath of us, like when we're conversing, especially when we've had David Oman on.
Right.
The first interview we did with him, I think it was just a little over, I don't know, it was right at probably the 60-minute mark. And we're talking, and you hear a guy talking underneath of us. It's really bizarre.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
I was talking to you. it made a noise and you
Matt-
froze. So I was like, well,
Oh,
Matt
really?
Skype said Skype didn't like talking about balloons.
Oh, one of the
that's what it
listeners in
was.
there. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what.
that's funny.
But those are definitely something good to use. Is get the
yeah.
balloons that glow in the dark and definitely tape them down to the floor so they know they ain't moving. And then that balloon was a getting it that night. So something was playing with it. There's known to be a child spirit there as well.
Oh,
so maybe she was moving it.
Do you ever take any like little toys or anything or other trigger objects when you go?
I don't personally. Kelsey always has some light balls or cat balls he takes, and they kind of light up.
Mm-hmm.
I do have, well, some places, if I can do my research in time to figure out what they like or, what kind of gifts, I try to bring something to gift them.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, I'll just leave like coins, like money and stuff like that, just easy stuff to carry around.
Mm-hmm.
But, I tried to do something for the spirit if I asked them if they need anything or if I can give them a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, a child spirit likes any kind of toys or, any kind of anything like that.
Absolutely.
But I could start, buying cheap bears or something, just having them with me would work.
Mm-hmm.
I think the other part of that question, the experiments of what I want to try.
Yeah.
The second one is I've never actually done the light, turn it on or turn it off, and having a spirit, turn it on or turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched people do that, and I got asked that question last year, and I just started, so I didn't know what they was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But that's something that I want to try here soon. My favorite method is called the Estes method.
Oh yeah.
And you blindfold and somebody is answering you or asking you questions.
Mm-hmm.
That's about my favorite thing actual to do other than the balloons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do that from time to time too.
I got an experiment for you to try when there's wherever you go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We use our necrophonics.
Okay.
And we play hide and go seek. We send people out and go hide, and then we use our necrophonics, and it tells us where to go. We've done it twice now, and it's led us right to them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll be damned. It's the ghost is helping you.
Yeah, it's like getting them interacting with you, and
right.
So
that's cool. Mm-hmm. That's definitely cool. Any kind of feedback, is good to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a fun one. It gets them, gets interaction with them and not just sitting down asking them the same questions over and over again. It kind of gets them, okay, let's play a game. Let's do this, let's do that, and
right.
And it's worked the times that we've used it, so it's worth a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see. I think I need glasses. All right, here's a question for you. How do you prepare yourself on an investigation? Do you play any type of music to get you hyped for the night?
Is that like before I get there or like actual?
Yeah. Yeah, anything you do on your way there or to get you psyched for it?
Well, a lot of times we're driving a long distance, so I kind of chill out before I get there and listen to some music, trying to, get back. I don't like to over caffeinate myself. I've learned that in the previous places I've been to. I drink a lot of Bang energy drinks.
Oh, yeah.
But those are potent.
Oh, yeah, they are.
I'm trying to get them to sponsor me, so maybe that'll work out in the future. I'm gonna keep plugging them every time. But definitely, if I'm going to be at a place, I know I'm going to be there a long time. I try to have some caffeine, but I don't like to have too much because I get jittery.
Oh, yeah, I do too. I usually tend to drink that stuff when I have to drive home several hours in the morning. If I've only gotten a couple hours of sleep, then I will take like a Monster or something to kind of give me that extra pep to get me home.
I was drinking Monsters, then I switched to Bang because they're all natural. They don't have any sugar.
Oh, yeah.
They got 300 milligrams of caffeine, and if you drink 2 of them, you may or may not see a unicorn. So
yeah. I get that way halfway through one of those Bangs. So
they'll definitely wake you up.
That's for sure. All right, let's see here. What is on your paranormal bucket list? Is another question they had.
I guess some locations.
Yeah,
I think I brought that up at the beginning of the
Yeah, I
show.
think he did
probably.
too.
I'll go back over it again.
Yeah, that's fine
Um,
because we were having the sound issues, so who knows?
Waverly Hills. I'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
there December the 2nd. I got invited by Shannon Bowman, and I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody know his TikTok right now because we've been trying to get him to 1,000 followers. His TikTok is Pocket Change Errors, official Charlie Chainsaw. So if you type that in on TikTok, you can find him. His is 502 Paranormal Crew out of Louisville. He actually worked at he was at the Haunt at Waverly Hills for a long time as Charlie Chainsaw. So been talking to him for about a year now. He's invited me to a couple places. We've done some stuff together, and I just talked to him a little while ago and trying to get him up to 1,000 followers so we can go live at Waverly together. And then obviously Bobby Mackey's kind of tried earlier in the year, but I couldn't get the scheduling to work.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to definitely do that. I think I'm going to start doing stuff when it starts warming up. So I'm going to work on a list of locations for next year. And on TikTok, you can make like a schedule for people so they can register in advance. I got the St. Albans up for this weekend, but I want to try to work on a schedule for people to see so they know where I'll be at and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize you could do that on there. TikTok is so much more than just making videos. I'm coming to find out here.
Yeah, it's definitely good to have. I didn't actually know if I started using it whenever it started or whenever I first started doing paranormal, I'd probably be a lot bigger than I am now. But it's hard. I got a new member of Haunted Kentucky. I was looking for some help, and she's out of North Carolina. Her name is Shelly Parker Fillion. I probably butchered her last name, but she started maybe a week or so ago, and she is helping us with research. She's helping us with social media. She's helping us with post. It's just so much stuff that I got to do, and Randy's working all the time, so I've been doing a lot of stuff, and she's been a big help to us. So I can't. And it's hard to do stuff on your own, so I'm glad that she actually wanted to help and everything. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know. If I make a TikTok thing, my daughter's going to shoot me. But it might be worth it.
Well, you get it going, and then you can buy extra things, and then she'd be like, well, you shouldn't have done that. Well, you don't need this gift, so I can keep it.
There you go. Yeah. That's all right. Exactly. Yeah, that's a good idea right there.
Mm-hmm.
Another question he had was, how haunted is Mammoth Cave?
I'm guessing that's the locations I went to. I went to the Mammoth Cave Baptist Church. I didn't actually go to Mammoth Cave. There's 3 churches at Mammoth Cave, and I can't remember the other 2. But the weird thing is, they're all, if you look at them on a map, they're in a triangle. So you can triangle, put them together, and they're over top of Mammoth Cave, which is kind of weird. I went there one time. Well, I've been there twice now, but I went there the first time and went down there. It was dark, and I got a phone call that my mother had. She was in bad health at the time, so she passed out, and I didn't know what was going on, so we had to leave. I didn't get a lot of investigating done. And we went back again, and we actually stayed the night at Cave City down there, and then we went up the next day to Mammoth Cave Baptist Church, set up in the daytime, but at the nighttime, there's been stories of you can see flashlights in the church, but there's nobody in there.
Oh, wow.
It was kind of weird. And obviously, it could be the reflection of your light off the window, but a lot of people are saying they see people in there. There's nobody there. We set up during the day, which, a lot of people say you can't get evidence during the day, but I beg to differ because if it's haunted, if it's haunted, it's haunted. Don't matter what time of day. I had the Vortex Dome, and it went off quite a bit, up there by next to the pulpit. And we started doing started singing, like not preaching, but we was, saying some, stuff out of the Bible.
Right.
We got a lot of stuff off of that. It did well, which depends on what location you're at. That can do good, and it also can do bad. So,
Yep.
yeah.
All right. Try and. It's always hard.
Read my writing?
I can probably read yours better than mine, so I'm glad you wrote them down because mine, it's really bad. I think I just need glasses. Let's see. If you saw a full body spirit, who would you want to see?
I don't know. I think that's a trick question. I don't really know who I would want to see. I wouldn't want to see any of my relatives. That would kind of freak me out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Scare me, and I would probably put my stuff in semi-retirement. But I don't know. Maybe like if you go somewhere and like a famous person or something, that'd be kind of cool. I've been wanting to make it up to Cave Hill Cemetery in Louisville, Kentucky. And there's a lot of famous people. Actually, the Colonel Sanders that started KFC, that's where he's buried at.
Oh, okay.
And that would be kind of cool to see him. That'd be kind of neat.
Oh yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
That would be.
Definitely.
Let's see here.
Yeah, my cousin lives right outside of Louisville. She lives in Fisherville. And if you know or ever heard of the Trestle Bridge or the Goatman Bridge.
I have heard of that. Yeah.
She lives 5 minutes from there. I've not yet to investigate there. I've been up there a couple of times, but I've not got to set up. You can't go up on the bridge anymore because they'll definitely the cops will watch it now where so many people has died. But it's good to set up underneath the bridge, and you can hear a lot of things down there. Which if it's not deer or the goat man trying to get you, you never know. But it's a good place to definitely get some evidence.
Since they're talking about the goat man, have you ever thought about or have you ever done any like searching for Bigfoot or anything like that?
Cryptid?
Yeah.
I want to, but at the same time, I'm more focused on paranormal, so it's hard for me to do paranormal, UFOs, and cryptids at the same time because I don't want to stray off on paranormal and start doing something else.
Right.
And I want to put all my work into one thing. That way I know that I'm doing something right. But at the same time, I've had one Bigfoot story.
Oh, yeah?
It was out in Berea, Kentucky. My aunt has a carpet store, so it's at the end of her road. There's a lake out there, and I was walking with my little brother. I was taking him. He loves to go rock hunting, so we was going to look for rocks. And I had I don't know how big it was. I know it was, I would say, maybe 13 or 14-inch print in the pine needles in the woods. So I took a picture of that. I need to post that somewhere.
Yeah.
But at the same time, my little brother was walking in front of me, and he's like 6'3". He's a big old boy, and I'm like 5'7", so I'm short. I heard something grunting in the woods after I seen that, and I thought it was my mind playing tricks on me. And then a rock got thrown. It wasn't a big rock, but it was big enough that it made a sound. And I turned around and I was like, I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here. I know what I heard. My little brother thought I was crazy. But it could have been somebody hiding in the woods. I don't know if they was running us off. I've not been back that way since, but there's a lot of stories out that way that people's heard the same thing. There's a show, I think it's on Discovery Channel or Travel Channel. These Woods Are Haunted.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I don't know the exact episode, but there is, it's called The Pinnacles in Berea, right outside of Berea, Kentucky. And the people said that they was actually hiking the Pinnacles, which is I'd say about 2.5 miles from the same location where I was at. It's just across the road back to the lake. And they was actually run off the mountain by a group of Sasquatch. There was like more than one. So that's kind of neat.
Okay, so I have another question. I just had to, my brain is like foggy right now.
It froze there for a minute, so I was like, uh-oh.
Oh, it froze? Yeah. I don't know what's going on with our connection tonight. It's just a
No,
little
like
weird.
not the connection. She yourself was like, I was like, man, I think she's got a question.
Oh, well, sometimes I do get that kind of like deer in the headlights look, but I do. Okay, so when you were experiencing that, did you smell anything
Uh,
unusual in that area? You know, like some people say that they
a lot of people
get a
say
weird
that
odor.
it stinks, like
Yeah.
it really stinks really bad. But
Mhm.
I didn't smell anything uh, out of the way. It was during the springtime. Well, spring, maybe early summertime, so it was kind of warm. So I mean, I really didn't smell anything out of the way. But I understand what you're saying. A lot of people are saying they smell like something stinks really bad or like an odor.
Right. Yeah. Like somebody probably hasn't bathed in like a year or so, or been
Yeah,
rolling around in garbage or something like that.
that's why they dubbed them the skunk ape. A lot of
Oh.
different places call them the
Mhm.
skunk ape.
Mhm. No, that's something that I would like to do. I mean, it's not something that I would like do full time, but I think it would be fun to try to go out and experience that just to see
Yeah,
if there's anything.
my buddy Zach Bales, his third book is called The Bigfooters Atlas,
Mhm.
and he's done a lot of conferences this year, traveling around. He's actually going to be at the Crypticon in Lexington, Kentucky this weekend, the 20th and the 21st. So he's going to be down there speaking. I don't know. I think he may be speaking, but I know for sure he's going to have a booth. I'm going to be in Virginia Saturday at St. Albans, but I'm definitely going to try to make it back Sunday and go down there and check him out and see a bunch of people down there. So that'd be kind of cool. If you're in Lexington, Kentucky at the Crypticon this weekend, if you run into me or something, just say hi and try to have some stuff to give out to people to get our stuff out there, like our logo and some stuff. I've run out of T-shirts
Oh,
recently, so
oh wow, that's
I
a
went
good
through
thing though. That's a good thing to run out of them.
two boxes. I changed my logo. I took the
Yeah.
YouTube off of it because YouTube wasn't doing that good, so I just kept it Haunted Kentucky, and then I took the YouTube off. I think it looks a lot cleaner now.
Mhm.
Um, so I kept it that way. I'm getting ready to order some more stuff here soon, so hopefully I'll get that going. Maybe January or something.
Been right there. Yeah, absolutely. Um, so before we start um wrapping things up, where can people find you? Like your social media, YouTube, what's your YouTube channel name? Just so that way, I mean, I know it, but that way I can put it into chat and I can put it on our social media. Can put it
Okay. If you remind me, well, I'll send it to you right now while we're talking.
on. Okay.
I have a link tree you can share too. I got
Oh, okay.
everything
Sweet.
on the link tree. It's a lot easier for people to find us, but I'm on YouTube at Haunted Kentucky, and the easiest way to find me on YouTube is type in Haunted Kentucky Souls Chapel, Somerset, Kentucky, and it will bring you up on the first video. On TikTok, I'm Real Haunted Kentucky.
Mhm.
Twitter is Haunted Kentucky without the Y, so it's Haunted Kentucky
With the
3.
with the 3, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Um, Instagram is Real Haunted Kentucky, I think.
I think so.
Yeah,
I can always look it up too,
for
but
sure. I don't know. I got so much stuff. Yeah, Real Haunted Kentucky on
I
Instagram.
can't remember mine either, my handy, so
And
it's like,
then YouTube or not YouTube, Lord have mercy. Uh, Facebook, our group is Haunted Kentucky. I have a page as Haunted Kentucky 2020. Um, I just try to. It's hard to upload everything and
right.
everything the same. Um, but and then obviously TikTok is at Real Haunted Kentucky on TikTok. If y'all ain't went and found us, go follow us, give us a like, watch some of our videos. I'm gonna send you that link. I set my phone down while I was thinking about it,
That's okay.
but I was just trying to grow everything at the same time
Mhm.
of trying to put good content out there, and it's kind of hard at the same time of trying to balance everything out. I would say.
Mhm.
Um, I just try to keep everything the same. So when I upload stuff, I'll share it on Twitter and then I'll share it on Facebook and Instagram.
Right.
We're new to Instagram. It's not really bigger like our Facebook. But
Mhm.
for instance, TikTok I've been on there for 3 months now, and I've got about 14,000 views on TikTok in a couple months, which is not a lot compared to some people's, but it's quite a bit, being a small team, just doing this stuff that I have been working on and going live on there. I try to go live on the weekends. I'm going to start doing a schedule so people can, find us.
All right. I wrote down all your stuff. So that way I can put it on there. And that way Kim has a copy too. She can put it on our Facebook page because she runs our Facebook. And I do more of the Twitter and Instagram.
I sent you a message on Twitter as well at the link tree.
Yep, I saw it. It just popped up.
Probably easier that way if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, I can do that too. Yep, and I can send it to Kim too, so she can share it. So let's go ahead. We'll get things kind of wrapped up here. I'd like to thank everybody who was in chat tonight. Thank you for everybody who was not in chat but listening. We appreciate each and every one of you. We will be off next week for Thanksgiving, and then we will be back, and we have a whole nother list of awesome guests. We'd like to thank our awesome guest for being back on Haunted Kentucky. So make sure you're giving him a follow. We will post all his social media information on our web pages on our social media, so stay tuned for that. And thank you once again for being on. It was a pleasure.
I appreciate y'all, and hopefully I'll start working on some stuff and be back next year. So
sounds good.
Get some new content for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to REP Paranormal and Friends. Be sure to check out Kim and Allison on Facebook at REP Paranormal Busters.